Hey, Victory Village, come on in and let's sit and chat for a while and talk about the awesomeness of Shaka Khan. Hello, Victory Village, and welcome to we are going to be talking about the one and only Shaka Khan and Stephanie Mills. And I will say this content is mostly about the Versus holiday special 2 days ago. Shaka Khan and Stephanie Mills faced off in a Versus holiday special, and it did not go as planned, okay? I was surfing through YouTube tonight like I normally do. I usually take Sundays, just kind of surf through everything and see what I've been missing because I'm usually working, on my channel and my podcast and blog and all that kind of stuff throughout the week. And so the weekends I like to take time, if I can, to kind of, you know, surf and see what I can see. And this just like really hit me because I love Shaka Khan. I always have, since I was a kid. And I thought, what in the world happened? Because I don't really watch Versus. I have, but I had to go back and watch this clip. Shout out to G Watts. I will put her link in the description box. She doesn't know me. I don't know her, but her video sparked this, thing in me to get this out. And I am a subscriber of D Watts. I watch her videos all the time. But this right here, like, Shaka Khan, I was like, oh my gosh. And I watched the video. And then I did a Google search, because y'all know I'm all about searching and researching and receipts. And I see Shaka Khan literally out of it. Like, literally out of it. I mean, she was slurring over words. She couldn't think straight. She couldn't collect, like, a thought, a sentence. It was crazy. And at first, when you look at this, you would think, oh, it's drug use. She fell off the wagon. And then as you continue to look at it, you're like, is there something else going on? Or is it a combination of things? So if you are a Shaka Khan fan, you know her history. She was born March 23rd, 1953, which means today she is 68 years old. Okay, she's been married a couple times, 3 times to be exact. She has 2 children, Milani and Damien. And Milani Khan is her last name, and Damian Holland is her son's last name. And I'm assuming by her biography, her parents are still alive, Sandra Coleman and Charles Stevens. She has recorded songs like Through the Fire, Tell Me Something Good, Ain't Nobody. I mean, those were like amazing songs. She's been in movies. I mean, she has albums like you wouldn't believe. Her albums are like amazing. I've never had the privilege of watching her in person. I've always wanted to go to a Shaka Khan, concert, or, even one of those intimate events, that's kind of like the tickets are expensive, but there's only 60 people in the audience type of thing. And so, whenever I get a chance to, watch some of her videos or listen to her music, I just reminisce because I love her so much. I follow her on Twitter. Shaka Khan is her Twitter name, just who she is. Go check her out. She does have good content on social media. She also has a Facebook. And so, And of course, she's on Instagram, she's on Spotify, so, you know, she's out there. Um, a few days ago, Black Twitter sounded off on Shaka Khan and the Stephanie Mills verses. And I wanted to take you guys back to a time where she went to rehab. She admitted that she had a substance abuse issue. And so she went to rehab. She rededicated her life to Christ. She started her own ministry where she was helping other women, um, you know, that had to go to rehab and everything. And I was like, that is so amazing. That is so great. June the 10th, 2016, Shaka Khan enters rehab over prescription drugs. And this was by Billboard.com. And also USA Today, Shaka Khan and sister in a rehab over prescription drugs. So it wasn't just her, it was her and her sister. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I knew what was going on, you know, and I was hoping that everything was going right. And I was really watching um, her recovery, you know. February 27th, 2021. Oh my gosh. AmoMama.com reports that Shaka Khan once battled drug addiction and how Prince was there to help her. And so they were reminiscing with the intent of putting the seed out there. You know, could she, you know, have relapsed? Which is, you know, I mean, she's a celebrity. This is what celebrities, you know, go through. And I'm just hoping that, no, this didn't, you know, happen. A few years back, Shaka Khan spoke of addiction and how her family keeps her together. But as I looked at the video, you guys, I'm telling you, the Victory Village, I'm begging you to pray for this woman and people like her, because I saw bits and pieces of Alzheimer's. I saw bits and pieces of dementia, bits and pieces, you know, vascular dementia, you know, things of that nature. And I was just like, oh my God, this is crazy. One of the things that, and I'm going to, you know, back up a little bit, rewind. Her maiden name, her real name, her birth name is Yvette Marie Stevens. My middle name is Yvette. Kind of, it's spelled the same, but with a little asterisk or whatever. And when I found that, I was like, oh my God, somebody else with my same name. Oh my God, she's so beautiful. She always sported the red hair and the red lips or the purple lips. You know, she was very vibrant with her makeup and, you know, all that. I mean, her career has been spanned nearly 5 decades, beginning in the 70s. She was the lead vocalist for the funk band Rufus. And if y'all know some Rufus, okay? I mean, it was just like, you know, some wonderful, you know, wonderful music and the things that I mean, it was clean fun. It wasn't anything like, you know, we have going on today. Back then, you had to be able to sing in order to sell tickets, in order to sell shows. You know, it wasn't a whole bunch of, you know, crap, you know, on the stage. Your band and you know, your background singers, all of y'all had to be fierce in order to even have a career. And it just amazes me. It amazes me how things can just spiral out of control. And, you know, I'm doing my commentary, but this story is a little bit different. You guys know I haven't done a podcast, you know, on YouTube in a while. And I just, when people that, you know, you really celebrate and you admire, you know, when they start to, you know, show signs of, you know, this, that, and the third, it is really scary, because you're thinking, hey, they've made it. They crossed, you know, that barrier. You know, they don't have to deal with this anymore. Let's take it day by day. But I'm telling you, when you're on that tour bus, you know, when you're performing and things are, you know, put in front of you, sometimes I guess the the temptation is a bit much. And I'm so thankful for Stephanie Mills because she held it together on that stage. On Twitter on November the 18th, Shaka Khan's retweet was "Give it up for the Queen, Shaka Khan and Stephanie Mills. Thank you, ladies, for letting us celebrate you and letting us enjoy your amazing spirit and music. Listen, if you guys watch the video, and I will put a link to a couple of the videos that I watched, you are going to listen. That is a friend. That is a real friend. Stephanie Mills was where you're going to love Stephanie Mills all over again. Because I'm telling you, Shaka Khan, you know, it was like watching a train wreck. And it's just, I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And they asked her to sing. And she was like, I don't know what to sing. And she was like, hi, my name is Shaka Khan, and I don't know what to sing. And I mean, her face was blank, you know. Obviously she had lost a lot more weight. You could see it in her face. You know, and yeah, she's a more mature lady, but you know, we know Shaka to have some weight issues. We know her weight to go up and down, you know what I'm saying? We see that, we know that or whatever. Another thing I noticed is she had flat shoes on, and I was like, when did Shaka Khan start wearing flat shoes? But so glad she did, because I don't think she would have been able to stand up in heels. Now, Stephanie was rocking her heels, you know what I mean? Like, she looked great. Shaka Khan looked great. I love both of their outfits. Stephanie Mills paid homage to Shaka Khan by wearing, you know, the big red hair as well. And I thought that was so cute. And I mean, they really got along on stage as if, you know, they're next door neighbors. And that was amazing. And wow, Shaka Khan, 10-time Grammy Award winning artist, she may have an issue again. And that's super scary. She may have an issue again. Have you ever known Shaka Khan not to be able to stand on a stage and sing? I mean, it was scary. And I thought, oh my God, what is about to happen? This is not looking good. Stephanie Mills did not stop talking. You know, she kept right on, you know, praising Shaka Khan and, you know, reminiscing. And I was like, thank God. Well, Black Twitter did sound off, and BlackEnterprise.com caught everything. Well, here we go, you guys. Two soul R&B divas took to the Versus platform to take us on a trip down memory lane through their Grammy Award-winning music catalog. Shaka Khan and Stephanie Mills hosted a night for the Queens on Versus Thursday night, and the responses from Black Twitter spoke for many of us. Alright, the two songstresses were lit and vocally fit for the live performance, including past hits like Shaka's Once, You Get Started, Everlasting Love, and I Feel For You, and Stephanie Mills' Sweet Sensation, and If I Were Your Woman, and Comfort of a Man. Well, we have nothing to prove other than to show our young black sisters we are enough and stronger together, Mills wrote. We're all about the love of music, positive vibes, and a lot of harmony. There is a bit of a video on the Black Enterprise that I will provide that link for you guys so that you guys can check that out for yourself. Stephanie, she took to Twitter to do some damage control. My sister Shaka Khan and I are spreading love and positive vibes with amazing music. This is truly for the culture, she says. And then, you know, she posted a picture of her and Shaka Khan, and I thought that was amazing. She didn't have anything to say but, positive, energy all throughout her posts. But it was Shaka's seemingly questionable appearance at the show that left many wondering if Shaka got a little too lit ahead of the live stage show. While the soul icon made it through Versus and even won a few rounds, social media credited Mills for helping hold things down on Shaka's behalf, and I totally agree with that 100%. At one point, Mills took the mic and reminded the youngins that she is a true Brooklyn native, which she did, and that was awesome. The crowd went crazy, and I was like, woo, thank God. Others asked for help when it came to Shaka's performance. One fan said, "Oh, I can't watch this. It's too upsetting. Someone please help Shaka Khan." And that's kind of like what I was thinking. Another fan said, "Shaka broke Black Twitter because we all are seeing the same thing, but we also respect our elders. So we just all are going to sit here like we're the kids at the table again, and that's Auntie that's always, too lit, is getting off on whatever she's sipping from that paper bag," which is in itself disrespectful. But Stephanie Mills was applauded for being a true sister, for holding it down. Sampson said, "I appreciate how Stephanie Mills is supporting Shaka Khan. That's a real sister friend." And Black Woman Views Media says, "Shout out to Stephanie Mills, though she ain't leaving Shaka out to dry. That's love." And I totally agree 100%. There were so many other comments, and some of them I wouldn't dare read because it's really disrespectful. Some people weren't holding their tongue at all, and I understand that. I totally understand that. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's it's wild. It's wild. Um, you just all you can do is pray. I'm finding it hard to struggle for words because I wasn't expecting it, and I wasn't gonna talk about it, again because I'm not like I don't watch Versus every week or whenever they come out, so I wasn't gonna really say too much. But then I'm like, oh my God, when the videos started coming out and the press started, coming out, I was like, this is getting serious. This is getting way serious. In 2005, or before 2005, Shaka had an on and off struggle with alcoholism up until 2005, declaring herself sober. In 2006, her son Damian Holland was accused of murder after 17-year-old Christopher Bailey was shot. And today, Shaka Khan's son, Damian, is 42 years of age. He was born in 1979 to Shaka Khan and Richard Holland. He has one child. And, yeah. So she had to go through that. She had to go through all of that. And the way Shaka Khan, talked about it was, heartbreaking. Absolutely, positively heartbreaking. I could not imagine that type of fear. She went through some fear. She went through some heartache. She went through some struggle. And a lot of the struggle and things that Shaka Khan went through, we don't even know because she doesn't tell a lot of her business even when she's, interviewed. She's just, I'm going to tell you this, and then that's it, okay? So, Miss Yvette Marie Stevens, 68 years of age, and all of her 5'4" of stature, she's just not going to, allow people in. but she does have a lot of friends, besides Stephanie Mills, that helped hold her down while she was going through this, drug crisis. Billy Ocean, Cher, Al Green, Celine Dion, so, the list goes on and on. And she has shared a little bit of her family with the media, a little bit of her struggle. She was, in 2008, she was ordered to pay a $1.3 million dollar lawsuit. Um, oh man, this was reported by the Daily News when I saw it, and this was like one of those things, that it's like, this is hard to handle, and I don't know, what I'm going to do except for pay this, but I still have to go through this. And so in this particular story, for those of you who don't know, I'll give you like a paragraph of this story. A Torrance judge did order 10-time Grammy winner Chaka Khan and her son Damian Holland to pay more than $1.3 million to the family of a teenager killed by Holland during a dispute in the singer's home. So this was the big thing that everybody was talking about, and she was trying to hold it together. At the time, Holland was 29 years old, and he was acquitted of 17-year-old Christopher Bailey's murder following a jury trial in May of 2006. So Holland shot Bailey in the face with a M16 assault rifle on September 24, 2004, 2 years before the trial in 2006. So during the trial, Holland admitted that he had a friend punch him in the face and initially lied to the police to make it seem like Bailey attacked him, okay? But he also testified that he was upset because Bailey was having an affair with his girlfriend, but that the gun went off accidentally. So not really sure if he went with intent to shoot him or if he just wanted to scare him, okay? Bailey was an aspiring rap musician who moved in with Chaka and her family to work with Holland in their studio. So that's how their relationship was, okay? And after the trial and everything, they were ordered to pay that to the family. He was acquitted of all charges, and they worked, hard to put the pieces back together. And it was just a trying time. But before then, I have to, say that Chaka Khan in her early, solo career made no bones and no excuses of, why she was drinking. She made no excuses about the drug abuse. She knew that she needed help, and when enough was enough, she felt like she was going to go, and her sister went with her for alcohol abuse as well. And it was just like really amazing that she was able to, say this. Because a lot of people, try to hide it. They try to deflect from it. Well, I don't really have a problem. If, I don't have a problem. I can stop when I want. I don't have a problem, this, that, and the third. Well, at the end of the day, this woman, Chaka Khan, which I admire, and there are a lot of celebrities that I admire for this, that, you just, as Michael Jackson said, you look at the man in the mirror and say, hey, it's time to get yourself together. You know what I mean? You've had some failed marriages. You've been through some stuff with your kids. You've had some scary times. And, now it's time, to get it together. So, man, she's to be applauded for that. Now, coming back to, today, I'm hoping and I'm praying that Chaka Khan is going to be okay. Maybe this was just a thing of I had one too many margaritas or something, but listen, recovering alcoholics are not supposed to have any alcohol at all. It's a sure thing of you just might fall off the wagon and really do some damage to your sobriety. So, let's pray that this was a one-time thing, if that's what it is. If it's something more severe, like Alzheimer's, like, dementia, because, anything could happen. And I can tell you straight up, these singers that, sing, background, or they're working musicians, or, whatever, you do, your background singer, your lead vocalist, or whatever, you sing with a group or whatever, it's hard. You're never at home. You can't really be a family person unless you take your kids on the road with you. You're always going from place to place. Sometimes you wake up and don't even know where you are. All you know is you got, 2 hours to be on stage. You got to do sound check and, this, that, and the third. And I'm telling you, it's rough for some people. It is rough for some people. Now, here you're talking about a woman, Chaka Khan, who her discography started in 1978 with the album Shaka, all the way to 2019 with Hello Happiness. And between all of that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 albums in total. And this is after Rufus, okay? This is after Rufus, the funk band that she was in, alright? So her entire life has been on stage, behind a microphone, in front of millions of people. Not to mention, she's been on The Greatest Ears in Town, a choir vocalist in the 1980 American musical comedy film The Blues Brothers, RuPaul's Drag U Season 1 Episode 8. She did Summer Belongs to You as herself in her voice. She was a guest judge again on RuPaul's Drag Race Season 12, Episode 8. The one and only Ivan as Henrietta. The Masked Singer as Miss Monster. The guest performer on American Idol in Season 19, the finale. I mean, the list goes on and on. That's a lot. That's a lot. This reminds me of, kind of reminds me a little bit of Lee Williams. I don't know if you guys know Lee Williams or you've heard of Lee Williams or the Williams Brothers. Lee Williams had his own band. He broke away from the Williams Brothers. He had his own thing. And my daughter and my mother enjoyed the music so much. But he got sick. He had Alzheimer's. And he struggled on stage. And I watched his last performance in tears because I had no idea what it looked like. And I didn't know that he actually had it. I heard rumors, but I didn't know, that it was real. And I started to look some stuff up because my mom, was like, oh, but he got sick and I hope he's okay. And I said, I don't think he's living anymore. And my mom was like, where'd you get that from? So I, went to the computer, and sure enough, he had passed away. And his last performance, his last concert, his last tour was literally devastating. And I'm not sure if he was in his right mind to say he wanted to go, or if they, just said, hey, we're going to go, we're going to take Lee, come on, let's go, he'll enjoy this. Like, I don't know why he was on that stage. He could not remember the words. Every now and then, he would chime in because, it was like he had to get a glimpse of the music or something. It looked a lot like Chaka Khan on that stage. And that's scary. And I'm hoping that her family is gonna, come together and look after her. I'm hoping that Chaka Khan, has a lot of prayers coming in from around the universe. I'm hoping and I'm praying that she has a lot of people who love her that will rally around her and help her, regardless of if this is a health issue or if it's substance abuse. And now I'm going to drop it because I don't want to get emotional or anything. But thank you guys so much for listening to my commentary and my little podcast on the great Chaka Khan. Keep her and her family in your prayers. You guys stay safe out there. Make sure you wear your masks. Always remember to live on purpose. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye for now, Village.